want to extend a special welcome to our guest, the Honourable Premier Furey, Honourable Minister Stoodley, AnnMarie Boudreau from the St John's Board of Trade, and everybody who made time to come here today. Just before we get started, I'd ask you all to keep your masks on while you're seated. Without further ado, I'm going to call upon the Premier to say a few words.
Thank you, Minister. Good afternoon. Thank you all for taking the time to join us today here at this beautiful backdrop. It's a real privilege and honor to be able to announce the Newfoundland and Labrador Vaccine Passport, NL Vax Pass, and the NL Vax Verifier, our province's vaccine passport system. It's fantastic to see businesses and organizations so engaged in this process as we need to figure out life with COVID-19. And please know that your patience, opinions, and input have been extremely valuable to us here in government in developing this app. Special thanks, of course, to the Department of Digital Government and Service NL, and to the Health and Community Services in particular. Minister Haggie and Minister Stoodley, for your unwavering commitment to rolling out this important tool to help keep our economy going, to help allow people to get together safely as we try to navigate life with COVID-19. We are excited to launch the NL Vax Pass and NL Vax Verifier today, two smartphone apps that help make a new day in life with COVID-19 in Newfoundland and Labrador. As of 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, residents and businesses will be able to download them from the Apple and Google Play app stores. The COVID-19 road we are traveling is certainly long, and it has been challenging. There's no map, but there are tools to help guide us. And Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, with the incredible leadership of Dr. Fitzgerald and Dr. Sevier, who's here today, and their team at Public Health, have stepped up time and time again to keep each other safe and help protect our communities from COVID-19. Our vaccine passport apps are tools in our public health toolbox that will help stop the spread of the virus and help allow a new normal, albeit not the same as before, life with COVID-19. As of tomorrow, residents can download the NL Vax Pass app to use with their IDs to provide proof of being fully vaccinated when entering certain businesses or venues, basically for non-essential and recreational activities. Minister Stoodley, of course, will explain how the app works shortly. And there will be a full list of where they will and will not be required on our website. To give some examples, though, right now, you will need the vaccine passport for gatherings in a community center, restaurants and bars, gyms and dance studios, hair salons, indoor arenas, and for faith-based gatherings. You won't need the vaccine passport to access essential health services, retail stores, public transit, or ferries. To give residents and businesses the time to learn more about our vaccine passport, we will be implementing a 2-week grace period to download the apps and become more familiar with their use. You can begin using them right away, but after 2 weeks, it will be mandatory. For those of you who don't use smartphones, not to worry. You can also request a paper copy of your vaccine passport or a card-sized version, which you can keep in your wallet. Businesses and organizations will download the NL Vax Verifier app, which they will use to scan the vaccine passport of residents when entering their establishments. We know vaccines work, and they have for hundreds of years. The first vaccine goes back to the late 1700s. Imagine how different our life would be, or how different the world would be in general without vaccines for measles, mumps, rubella, polio, smallpox, and the list goes on and on and on. The COVID-19 vaccine has been proven to be effective and safe in reducing the spread and severity of the disease with COVID-19. We have seen that now firsthand here at home and indeed across the country. Today, in Newfoundland and Labrador, more than 81% of those eligible have received their 2 doses, and almost 90% have received 1 dose. Those are incredible statistics, but our next goal is to get over 90% of eligible residents doubly vaccinated. To this end, we are eliminating barriers to increase the number of clinics available in rural areas of our beautiful province. And we will do whatever it takes to ensure that all Newfoundlanders and Labradorians who are eligible to receive COVID-19 vaccinations have that opportunity. On Bell Island, for example, today, Eastern Health will be using a medically equipped van, which will go door to door if necessary, to administer vaccines to those who are unable to attend scheduled clinics. Once again, we will do whatever it takes to protect Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, to protect hospital capacity, to help us all breathe a sigh of relief, and to enable life to continue in these turbulent times. There is no life without COVID-19. There's no future without us dealing with it, including, by the way, some people who will occasionally get sick. The strategy can't be elimination. It has to be mitigation. Once fully vaccinated, your NL Vax Pass is your proof of protection, not just for yourselves, but for others as well. We are all in this together, as we have been from day one. So please utilize this tool to allow us to continue a new life. With that, I'll pass things now over to Minister Stoodley.
Thank you very much, Premier. Last time I was in this room, I sprained my ankle playing pickleball. I just had a flashback walking in, so hopefully I escape unscathed today. So thank you, Premier, and good afternoon, everyone. As Minister of Digital Government and Service NL, I'm proud the role my department has played in coordinating the development of a vaccine passport solution here for Newfoundland and Labrador. A tremendous amount of collaboration has gone into delivering this technology solution. I would like to give an extra special shout out to NILCHI, the Newfoundland and Labrador Centre for Health Information. I know their teams have been working round the clock to make sure this works for everyone in the province, as well as the OCIO, the Office of the Chief Information Officer. Both the teams, I know all the other teams as well, but they've really gone above and beyond for this particular rollout, so I really appreciate all the work that they've put into it. Our vaccine passport is another tool to help us live with COVID-19, to help keep businesses open and adjust to a new normal. We understand the importance of engaging the hospitality and business community in this process, ensuring they are fully aware of the vaccine passport apps and how they work. We have had numerous consultations, we have listened to our stakeholders' many concerns, and we have together hopefully answered and resolved most of these. We will make this work for everyone. As the Premier stated, there are 2 smartphone apps, one for residents and one for businesses, and these will be available on the Google App Store and the Apple App Store tomorrow, Friday morning, 8 o'clock, or if not before. And so also as of tomorrow morning, if you go to the COVID-19 site and the vaccination record button, you will be able to download your new QR code, which will work in the Vaccine Passport app. So the NL Vax Pass is the app for residents where you store your vaccination record QR code. You can also store the QR codes of your family members or friends if you're traveling together, if they give you consent to do that. I believe you can keep up to 20 other people's, in your family or your traveling companions' codes on there with you as well. So there are multiple ways to add your vaccine record to your NL Vax Pass app. So the first one, tomorrow morning, or you can wait a few days, but if you want to try tomorrow morning, you can download the NL Vax Pass app, and from there you'll be able to, if you have your MCP card, you'll be able to do everything you need to do to add your vaccine record and be good to go. The second option, you can download the app. You can also go to the COVID-19 site, download your vaccine record there, and then it's really easy to upload it to the app, or you can also if you had a printed copy, you can scan over it to add it as well. And the third way, you can log into MyGovNL, and if your MCP is linked to that account, you can download your vaccine record from there as well. So there's a few different ways to do this, and they'll all work, and it's really easy, and you'll know when it's in there. And so NL Vax Verify is the verifier app that will be used to verify your vaccine record QR code displayed on the screen. So if I have the resident app downloaded, the NL Vax Pass, I go to a business or an organization, they use the NL Vax Verifier app to scan what's on screen in my app. So no login or sign up is required to download or to use either of these apps. There's no cost, they're free to use. So if you're using the NL Vax Verifier app as a business or organization, you simply hover over a QR code of another, either on screen or a printed copy, and it pops up and it shows a big green block or a big red block. Essentially, green means the vaccination status has been met according to the public health rules, or red means the vaccination status has not been met. And you yourself, when you have your app, you'll know whether or not your vaccination record meets the public health rules or not. So it won't be a surprise when you go to an organization. You can see that yourself. And so all the details and FAQs will be on the COVID-19 site tomorrow. So if you don't have a smartphone or tablet, if you have a computer, you can print out your vaccine record QR code from the COVID-19 site or from MyGovNL and get a paper copy, and you can show that to an organization. There'll be 2 download options. So one, you can download a full page, or if you want to download a small wallet-sized version, you can cut it out and stick it in your wallet. So either work just as well as the other. And if you're still thinking this doesn't make any sense and you have no idea what we're talking about, our friends at the Newfoundland and Labrador public libraries are ready to assist across the province. So we're really thankful for the extra work and training that we've put in with them. And as of tomorrow morning, there will also be a 1-800 number for residents, as well as a 1-800 number for businesses to call. And if you don't have any means of downloading and printing a copy of your record, you call this number and we will mail you a printed copy. And so it won't be a fancy card, it'll be a printout, the same thing you can print out online, but we will certainly get that to you within a few days. So I've been getting calls and emails from people asking, if they're going to get in trouble tomorrow. So absolutely not. Tomorrow is the start date, and as the Premier mentioned, there will be a 2-week grace period. So we fully acknowledge that there will be a learning curve for some people with this. And as you get your vaccination record, either on paper or on your device, please keep it protected. This is, even though it looks, like a QR code, don't post it on social media. Protect it as if you would your MCP card. I'd also recommend that you only use our apps, the official Government of Newfoundland and Labrador apps, when adding your vaccination record and also as a business or organization scanning. We know there are other apps out there trying to, do malicious things, and so it's important that everyone only uses the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador apps, and other provinces have theirs as well, which you'll see when you go in the app stores. So NL Vax Pass and NL Vax Verify are tools in the public health toolbox which will help us live with the virus, keep businesses open, and adjust to a new normal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister Stoodley. Throughout the world, this province is no different. We have been learning to live with COVID and adapt to the challenges of changing information. The thing we do know is a single biggest tool in our toolbox to move things nearer to the normal kind of life that we want is vaccination. The 4th wave has arrived here. We've seen clusters across central Newfoundland. 2 doses of an approved vaccine is your best protection. It protects you, it protects your family, it protects your kinfolk. It significantly shifts the nature of any disease you might catch in the form of COVID when you're vaccinated. It moves it from a severe disease to a mild disease. For those people who get a severe dose, as it were, of the infection, it makes it more survivable and less likely for you to require an intensive care unit. The more people we have vaccinated, the safer each of us is individually as well. and that's a personal choice to be vaccinated. But equally, this process with the two apps protects the public, it protects the workers, and it adds to the safety of all of us by using it. The choice to be vaccinated will affect your access to elective, to non-essential businesses and activities. It is a crucial step along the road to getting back to nearer normal. So with that, I'd like to invite AnnMarie Boudreau from the St. John's Board of Trade to make a few comments.
Thank you, Minister Haggie. The team at the St. John's Board of Trade works very hard to listen to what our members need and to advocate for them at all levels of government, and the consultation on proof of vaccine has been no exception. Overall, our members are highly engaged and full of productive ideas, providing feedback to the provincial government to ensure we can roll this out as smoothly as possible and with everyone's safety in mind. I believe we're all in this together and that we all have a role to play and that we can all be helpful in protecting each other and our economy, and the St. John's Board of Trade is committed to doing that. Last week, we hosted an engagement session so that our members could learn more about the plan for the mandated vaccine passport. Our members will be very pleased to see that many of their ideas have been implemented into this final plan. I would also like to take a moment to share some thoughts on the importance of supporting business here at home. Businesses have been working diligently to keep all of us safe and serviced. When many of us were safely at home, our business owners and their employees were on the front lines, providing our groceries and other goods and continuing to deliver excellent customer service. Our business owners have managed every health restriction and mandate quite efficiently, and I'm confident this will be no exception. Please don't let this measure deter you from shopping local. Businesses here at home are supporting our economy. They employ your neighbors and friends and family. I would love for all of us to turn to businesses here at home first for our shopping needs. In addition, our restaurants, coffee shops, and pubs are experts in providing exceptional service, and enabling this vaccine passport will be an added layer of safety so you can feel even more comfortable enjoying what they have to offer. Please remember to be kind to businesses as they adopt this additional safety measure. In closing, I'd like to thank our business community for continuing to show your resilience in enacting all of the COVID-19 mandates. I'd also like to thank the Government of Newfoundland and Labrador for allowing us to connect you with our members and for incorporating their valuable input as you make these essential decisions. Thank you.
Thank you, AnnMarie Boudreau. So that really draws to a close the formal part of our lunch here today. It is an important day for our struggle to live with COVID. Remember, this tool is simply another one to allow us to reduce the burden of illness, the burden of death due to COVID-19, and protect all of us by each of us protecting the other. We need to get to 90%. We've said that at our media availabilities. We're nearly there. It's up to you. So get your shot today and download your app tomorrow. So thank you very much.